is Mr. Brenner here from Action Karate. I'm with the Rodriguez family. Say hi.
Hi, guys.
So Rodriguez family, tell me a little bit about your background, who you guys are, and when you started your martial arts journey.
Hi, I'm Hunter. I'm 17 years old. I've been doing karate since I was 4.5. Started Action. My mom and my dad put me in the program when I was younger.
Okay, great.
Basically, we were having some issues with focusing and discipline, and just like every other family that joins the school, it contacted us, and I in the beginning was very hesitant about it because I thought that would just give him permission to put his hands on people and touch people. But my husband reassured me that it would do great things for him, with focus and teaching him discipline and things like that. So we started actually with an intro program from Bucks County Community College with Mr. Terreri. And from the second day, he just loved it. It was amazing. Mr. Terreri was great, and he had fun, and we liked what we saw him doing for the 8 weeks. And we went to Feasterville, and he earned his white belt, their little white belt ceremony, and we were hooked from there on.
Awesome. So, Mom, you wanted focus for him and discipline. Those are the two things that.
Yeah, and self-control.
Okay. Self-control. So, why? I know it's a while back, but if you could recall, why were those important to you at the time?
Well, at age 6, he was actually ended up diagnosed with high-functioning autism and ADHD. And being my first child and not having any family around here, we were kind of lost as to how to handle, the situations that were arising. And, my husband, again, reassured me that karate, would give him an outlet, one, for his energy, and two, the structure, would help him focus and learn skills to help him better handle himself and cope in life.
So do you remember why your husband was so confident about that? It sounds like you were hesitant, not sure, but he was like, yeah, this will definitely help. So why was he so confident?
Well, he actually is a martial artist himself. He has a 2nd-degree black belt in Ishinryu and a 3rd-degree black belt in Goshinryu, and also a 2nd-degree black belt in Action Kempo.
Okay, great.
He was pretty confident.
So was he training first before Hunter got started?
Yes, Hunter started training first. Well, Hunter started training at Action first.
Okay.
And then we joined after.
Okay, got it. So obviously Dad had this martial arts background. So, most people we have to start, they're probably starting martial arts for the first time in their journey, right? So why did you guys choose Action over whatever else you could have done at the time?
That's a hard question. When we saw what the program was about, it was very family oriented. They geared it towards the children. A lot of the other traditional schools are very hardcore, and it's not real fun for the kids. And at 4.5, you need things to be fun based for them to learn.
Okay, so you wanted to make sure that as a kid he was also having fun while he was doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm sure as a parent, keeping him motivated so he learns focus and discipline is going to be difficult if he's doing something that he hates or is boring or whatever, right?
Right, exactly. It's much easier to learn something when you're enjoying it and having fun.
Yeah, definitely. So was there anything in particular that you feel like was so effective in helping him grow his focus or his discipline?
I would say the goals, learning how to set goals. It gave him something to focus on, and try to achieve, little goals each week, little goals each month, every 2 months, getting a belt, that type of thing.
Okay. And so the goals, whether it be belts or stripes or any other thing we put for him to see, so that's what helped keep him motivated, you think?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. So what was the outcome of that? Like, what did you see out of him that changed?
Well, he stuck with the program, number one. He went through the Asa Sharks, and then, no, you didn't do Asa Sharks, did you?
No.
No, he started as a Little Ninja. Went through the Little Ninja program, went through the Junior Black Belt program, went through the adult program, and he ended up with his Senior Black Belt at age 10, I believe, 9 or 10. And definitely saw improvement in school, his self-control, issues calmed down, we started with the tournaments, and that gave him something else to focus on and another goal, every year. And then he started showing interest in competing outside of the school. So that, again, was another goal on top of, the inside stuff.
So what was that like for you as a parent, seeing your young child, still in his single digits, being able to set and achieve not just short-term goals, but long-term goals? So as a parent, or as a mom, watching him kind of go through that process, what was that like for you?
I thought it was amazing because I didn't think that it was going to be possible. It's funny how someone else can always get your child to do something that you can't. We just repeat it over and over and over and over again. But yet when someone else says it, it's a little light bulb goes off. It's amazing. Just to see him laser focus on something was amazing. And that also transformed over into school. His grades started getting better. The teachers, he was getting student of the month, month after month. And just the growth there was tremendous.
That's awesome. And do you feel like that was able to help your family at home as well, maybe with his younger brother, or like seeing him do those things?
Definitely. He became more willing to help at home. His relationship with his brother was always good. That we did keep control of. But like I said, helping around the house and, being more willing to do those things.
So where do you think your life would be now if he never got started in that martial arts journey? He never signed up with, our program in the beginning. How do you think life might be different?
Wow, that's a tough question.
Yeah, it's hard because it's been basically his life, so it's hard to say.
For one, I'd still be doing public school.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, right now he's doing cyber school. Everybody's doing cyber school basically now, but he's actually been doing cyber school since 7th grade. He's a senior now, and that was a big factor in him being able to compete and train to the extent that he has. He'd still be a senior. He'd be actually a senior next year. He was so motivated and so eager. He jumped ahead a grade, finished a grade early, doubled up in 9th grade. So he's a senior this year. And I don't know, I would hope that he wouldn't be in a detention center somewhere, but he might not have as many friends right now. Because he was a little violent, when he was younger. So that definitely calmed down.
And I think one of the things people don't anticipate about martial arts training is like some parents are nervous that their kid's going to learn how to kick or punch, kind of like you were, right? And they're like, oh my God, now they're going to think it's okay and they could use it whenever. Now that they have those skills. really it's the exact opposite.
Absolutely.
Right? Like the more you learn how to use it, the less you'll ever need to.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
So, tell us where you're at now. Okay, obviously you guys train with action for a long time, and then you transferred over to another style. So tell us about that and like where you are now in your competitive martial arts journey.
Right now I'm on the USA junior national team for 4 years now, and we're going to hopefully be competing in the next national tournament to determine who's on the team for this year, if it happens because of lockdown and everything. I've recently been doing a lot of online tournaments. We went to the Karate School of Feasterville. They let us use the space for a bit to record the videos because I don't have a lot of space in here. And competing before quarantine, traveling a lot out of the country, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Canada, Italy, Cyprus, all over. Argentina.
Can't forget Argentina.
So,
so you're traveling all over the place as a competitor, right? Which I think is super cool because that's obviously the next step that a lot of people don't take, right? Like they love martial arts, they love karate, it's cool, but you know, most people are probably not going to take that competitive step into the national circuit, which obviously you have, right? And like you've fully brought on as like who you are, right? So so what's your next goal with that? I mean, I talked to your dad a little bit, so I mean, I kind of know, but people who are watching are not going to know, right? So what's your goal with that competitive circuit that you're involved in?
My goal for that is to try and be a lot higher in the WKF rankings for that. Trying to get, right now I'm 96? 95th in the world for the men's kata. So I'm trying to get higher in the rankings, and that's by doing more bigger international tournaments.
Okay, great. And to get higher up in the rankings, does something change? I know you were thinking about trying to I know there was like Olympic talk and stuff like that. Is that still something that's in your mind for a goal?
I wanted to, but I wouldn't have been able to because I wouldn't have been old enough, and at the time they're only taking the top 10 ranked competitors, and I wasn't old enough, so I wasn't in the rankings at all for it. So I wouldn't have been able to do that, but can still try and get up in the rankings, try and get better and better, keep training.
Really, really cool. And Mom, did you want to add something there? I think you wanted to say something.
Well, just the karate in the Olympics was added for the 2020 Olympics, which is now in 2021. But unfortunately, it was not put in for 2024 or 2028. So that goal is kind of squashed for now.
Okay, got it. So you guys are setting goals is not new for you. He's been doing that since he was a kid in martial arts, right? So the cool thing is that even though that's maybe not a goal because it's not even possible, it's nothing you can even have to do, but he's still like, okay, well, even if I can't do that, I still want to be able to work myself up the ranking, right? And some people might be like, oh, well, forget this if I can't do that anymore. But he doesn't. He's like, no, well, I still want to do the best I can and improve every single day and compete in tournaments and get even higher up in the rankings and improve it. I think that's the best martial arts mindset you can possibly have, right? If there's anything you ever get out of it, and if you get that one thing, I feel like that makes it all worth it, right? That one mindset of never-ending improvement.
Right. Actually, he has to step down one, and the goal for this year is to make the junior national team. They rank the top 4. The first 2 actually compete in the Junior Pan American Championships, and then the 2/3 are alternates. So his goal this year is to make team to go to the Junior Pan American Championships.
Wow, that'd be amazing. So thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate you telling us your goals. So, Mom, what would you say to someone who was on the fence about joining our program? Maybe they're nervous about it. I don't know if it's going to work or if it's for their child. So what would you say to a family who's on the fence?
Well, it's not for everybody. You know, karate isn't for everybody, but it does give your child, I mean, and even the parents, ideas and ways of handling situations. They make friends, amazing friends, and just all of the life skills that you wouldn't normally think of. Just watching the kids listen and pay attention and try so hard and focus on what they're doing and learning new things, and it's an amazing thing for the whole family. I mean, you know, parents can train along with your child, and it just makes you a better family unit.
Awesome. And so thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. You coming on and telling your story. I know it can motivate a lot of people. So you guys are rock stars. Thank you so much. Asa.
High five.